So last week I said this. It's so bad because like whenever I make a family, I hardly ever think about like men or like boys. And so this week I decided that I would make a home for a single dad and his two sons. I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, it's Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having an amazing day. So today we are going to be building my first ever container home. I knew I wanted to build this, but everybody else was like building them. So I decided to just wait for a while because I didn't want to like throw it in to the world with a ton of other container builds, just like wondering if mine was even going to be seen or not. So I decided to wait, and yeah, I kind of have a whole story for these Sims that are living in this house. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I said I hardly ever make men or boys in my Sims game because they're just not as fun as girls. Let's be honest. Their accessories are not as fun, their hair is not as fun, their makeup's not as fun. So yeah, I just decided to add some men to my game because I need to balance it out a little bit more. And so this is the story of a single dad who has two sons, and his wife recently passed away. And this dad actually works at the water factory that you see right across the street from his house. And once his wife passed away, he decided that he would move a little bit closer to where he worked because basically he wants to eventually kind of take over, like be a supervisor at this water treatment plant that he is working at. And so he wanted to live close by, and he thought that it would be easy if he just had some money saved up and he just converted some little container homes or containers, shipping containers. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So anyways, he converted these shipping containers. I imagine he has like a decent job. So basically what I thought is that when him and his wife got together, they had a baby really early on, and he just doesn't really, maybe he doesn't have any like formal education outside of high school. And so he just wanted to get a job quick. And so he went for this water treatment plant that kind of doesn't really have the best, the best reputation. And so they're kind of known for like not treating the water properly, not following safety protocol, those kinds of things. But anyways, he needed money, and he needed money fast because they had a baby on the way. So he gets this job at the water treatment plant, and he's just been there ever since. He's also noticed since he's been there, at first he was kind of like, he had a, like, what do I want to say? He was blind toward the like protocols and everything that the water treatment plant was like disobeying. Eventually he got a job as like the safety inspector, and they pretty much just like paid him off. They were like, hey, like if you can make us pass these inspections, like we'll give you an extra couple grand on your next paycheck. And he was like, oh man, like we really need this. Like I know it's not right, but you know, Christmas is coming up, and we have, you know, two kids or just a baby at the time, and we really need the extra money. So at first he just kind of like played it off, and he didn't think much of it. But then as he got older, he kind of realized that what they were doing was wrong. But then his wife passed away, and so again he just kind of like continued to turn a blind eye toward this. But now that his wife is gone and he's got two sons living on his own, and he just realizes that like this is like the water that his kids are drinking, and this is the water that they're playing in and bathing in, and it's not clean and it's not healthy. And so he really wants to change that, but he knows that like if he goes straight to the, you know, like the higher up or like their boss, like he's probably going to get fired because, you know, they know that he knows that the water is not, that they're not actually passing inspection. So basically his goal is to eventually become like a supervisor, or I don't know, somebody with some kind of pull in the office so that he can begin to make some much needed changes to the protocols of the water treatment plant. So that is my story. I hope you guys like that story. It was just something that I had a lot of fun thinking about while I was building this house, like why he maybe wanted to move into a shipping container with 2 young boys, because that doesn't really seem like especially on this lot, like it's not something that would be like really feasible if you had 2 boys, because there's like no grass around. And yeah, so anyways, I had a lot of fun doing this shipping container. It's kind of like a modern and not really industrial, but kind of modern, maybe industrial, because I keep the concrete floors. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this shipping container. This kitchen took me so long because I just wanted to play around with move objects for a while. And yeah, like I had to cut out all of my other takes because seriously, it took me so long. I was just messing around with stuff really. And like I couldn't get the layout of this house to like fit right, so I ended up expanding it a little bit, but I'm like really happy with how it turned out in the end. I've play tested it and everything works, and I've played as the 2 boys and it's kind of fun. And in the backyard I was able, and in the front yard actually on the sides, I was able to get a little bit of grass, because like I kind of imagine that when he moved here he was able to like dig up some of the concrete. Maybe he had some like trucks come in and they like dug up the concrete, and he was like, I'm gonna plant some grass here. And so he's actually managed to get some flowers to grow on this lot. I apologize, I'm losing my voice. I don't like, I've had kind of like a sore throat like for the past couple days. I don't know why, but I am like losing my voice, so I apologize, you guys. But yeah, anyways, like I imagine that he actually got some grass to grow around this area, and he was like pretty happy with it. And it's kind of like a nice reminder of like what he wants, like being right across the street from the water plant, because it's turned into more than just like a job for him. Like it's turned into like a passion of his, that he really just wants to make sure that this town has clean water. And I thought that it played in nicely with my story that I did of the houses that I did in process, like 2 videos ago. They were 2 houses that I put on one lot, and I'll link those in the description box down below so you can check them out. But basically there was like a whole story behind that there was like a big company or like a big corporation, and they were kind of like taking over and like destroying the land little by little, and most people were kind of like blind to it. And so as I was like doing this, I was like, this story fits perfectly. Like maybe it's the water company that's like, you know, I was kind of imagining maybe the reason they don't follow safety protocols because it's going to cost them more money for whatever reason. Maybe they don't have the right equipment to filter out the water. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I thought that it fit in really good with that story. And so I was like, I think I really like that idea. And so that's what I went with. And yeah, I just think it's like a fun story. And it's just, I don't know, I really like it. I like the fact that it's just a dad raising his 2 sons. And now all of a sudden, like he has this passion for something where like maybe in the beginning, he probably thought to himself that he didn't want to be at the water plant, you know, this whole time. But, you know, fate had another calling for him. So anyways, you guys kind of see the kitchen come together. Like I said, I do keep the concrete floors. I kind of like that idea. It's very like modern. I could never live with concrete floors, like ever. I don't think I could. Like I've seen people, I've never been to a house of somebody who has concrete floors, but like I've seen and like heard of them. Like I've heard of them, and I don't think that I could ever do it. I feel like it would just be too cold and hard for me. Like I would not like that. I don't like carpet because we have pets and like, you know, pet dander and all that stuff. I don't know, but I definitely could not do like cold concrete. I couldn't do it. And like I've even heard of people like having like heated concrete floors, and I think that would be kind of cool. I'd probably like that a little bit more, but I still don't think I could do the cold concrete. So yeah, anyways, this house actually has a ladder to get upstairs. This has 3 bedrooms. There's a bedroom on the bottom floor, which is the dad's bedroom, the master bedroom. You guys actually don't see me do that because I began doing it and then I just had to like walk away from it because it wasn't turning out the way that I liked it. So in the end, when I thought that I had like finished everything, I realized that I did not, when I was taking screenshots, I realized I did not do the master bedroom. So I just did that real quick off camera. So you guys won't actually see me do that bedroom, but it is in the screenshots. Like I said, this is play tested. I had a lot of fun play testing it and playing with the 2 boys. There's also a picture here. I'm really excited to show you guys this. It's the picture that came with Eco Lifestyle, the newest one, and there's one of it's got like a lady on it, and I kind of imagine like that's their mom. So I thought it was like really cute to have this like picture out here of like memorying, like in memory of their mom. So yeah, I just thought it was really sweet. At first I put these pictures down and I was like, why did I put these pictures down? We got new ones in Eco Lifestyle. So yeah, I changed it out. But here I am just adding some decorations in the living room. I wanted it to feel like cozy, but still like kind of modern. But at the same time, I wanted it to feel like cozy and not so like hard and concretey. So yeah, I like put some candles around and some different decor. This is the picture that I'm talking about. I imagine like that's their mom. I tried to make the sim on there, and I'll have to put a screenshot in here for you guys when I'm editing. I'll do that. I'll post a screenshot for you guys so you can kind of see where I came from or how well I did. But it actually looks pretty good. But that is their mom, and they just put this little picture of her in their new house. I imagine maybe they lived in like a whole different world. Maybe not, probably not a whole different world, because that wouldn't make sense if you worked in the water treatment plant. Like maybe like a different neighborhood. They lived in a different neighborhood and they moved here, and it's way more industrial. And I imagine too that their mom was kind of like into gardening, and she was kind of more of like an eco conscious person, and maybe that was like another reason that made it kind of hard that their dad had to go work at this water treatment plant, because they knew, you know, on some level that it wasn't like the greatest place to be working for the economy. So I don't know. This is just the things that I think about when I'm playing, and I thought that the story fit so well with the story of the houses that I did a couple builds ago. So yeah, anyways, the living room has come together, and then here I am just kind of like going through things, looking for things on the wall to put in the little dining area. The dining area is kind of small from where I put it. I could have put it out in the middle a little bit more, because I realized after I did the living room that I had this whole open space in front of that large door, and I was like, this door is like huge and this is just a big open space. But I end up putting the computer, sorry, my chair is squeaking. I end up putting their computer and bookcase there, and yeah, I just thought that it fit a little bit better. I probably could have put it upstairs too, but I don't know. Also, this house was supposed to be a small, like a tiny home, and I'm so bad at doing tiny homes because I just get carried away, and like I also get frustrated when things don't fit, and I'm like because like I have a vision for things, so I need to like challenge myself and do some more tiny homes, because yeah, I was getting really frustrated. So this part here, you guys, I decided to leave this in so you could kind of see, because the bedroom doesn't change much from this. So I was thinking to myself, should I cut it out since I don't finish it? But really the bedroom doesn't change much from what you're seeing right now, so I decided to keep it in there. It's the same chair, the same bed, the same little dresser. I just switch things around. It's kind of an awkward room because, again, I've got those big sliding doors in there, and I wanted to keep those sliding doors in there just because I think that they look so nice. So yeah, and then here I was like, okay, I just need to walk away from this for a minute. Oh, and then moving, I love the boys' rooms in here. Oh my gosh, this is probably, these two bedrooms that I made are probably two of my favorite bedrooms I've ever made in one house. Like, that's like crazy for me, but like I really had so much fun doing their bedrooms. So the teenage son, he is, what is his name? Oh man, I can't remember what his name is. I can't remember his name. Anyways, he is into sports, and so he wants to be like a professional athlete when he gets older. And then the youngest son, he's a child, he is like into like space and science, and so I wanted their rooms to reflect that, but also I wanted their rooms to still look like they belonged with the rest of the house, because sometimes whenever I'm like making children's rooms, I tend to like do these like bright fun colors that don't match the aesthetic of the rest of the house. So like I wanted this to still like match, so I kept the concrete floors and kind of like the concrete looking walls with the wood panel on the back for both rooms. And yeah, it just ties it in really nicely. But for this bedroom, I used orange and black, because I kind of got the inspiration from the bed here, and I was able to put in a desk and of course his bed, his end table, a punching bag. I got a soccer ball, a basketball, just some like the miscellaneous like athletic, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that thing. Like all like the balls and the rackets and stuff like that in there, and then the basketball, and then I got some nice posters to go on the wall. I had fun decorating this room. I like decorating sports rooms because even though I'm not like super into sports, I don't hate sports, I'm just not super into them now. I used to be, but there's just so much stuff for sports that you can find, like different pictures and posters and, you know, the trophies and like right there, the signed jerseys. There's just so much that you can find for sports. And so it's a lot of fun to like decorate those kinds of rooms. And then I was kind of surprised when I was looking through when I did the other son's room, because I couldn't find a lot of space stuff, and I felt like I thought that there was more space stuff, and maybe there was, and I was just being completely like oblivious. Like, do you ever like scroll through when you're like looking for something in particular and you've passed that item 3 times, but it's like you're looking so hard that you miss it? I wonder if that's what I was doing and I was just like missing out, or maybe I was thinking of like The Sims 3. I just remember there being like more spacey stuff. Maybe I was thinking of Sims 3. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just like crazy and made it up in my head. I don't know. But either way, I was able to get his room put together just fine. I just felt like there was like more space stuff. But anyway, so I finished up his room with some curtains, move a few things around, and then I put in a clock and a radio. I have been like using that radio a lot lately. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like small and kind of compact. So yeah, I just add a few books over here, but I imagine these boys are like really good boys. Like, they, you know, do their schoolwork. I kind of imagine that the teen has like, maybe he's got a job to like help his dad out, but I imagine that they like they stay out of trouble, they do their work, they come home, they help their dad, you know. I'm sure that they hang out with their friends and stuff, but they don't really get into a lot of trouble. They don't really cause any issues, even though they've like gone through a hard time since their mom has died. So yeah, I kind of imagine that they're just really good boys, and this is just like a wholesome family, and yeah, they're kind of like there for their dad, and they just like appreciate everything that they've done, oh my goodness, I cannot talk tonight, that he has done. It's actually 11 o'clock right now, and I'm surprised that I am not like fast asleep. But anyways, moving on to this other bedroom, I found this bed and I was so excited because I knew there was a bed that had some kind of space stuff on it, and I don't know if there's another one, but this is the one that I found, and it actually matches their brother's, except for their brother's has it in the sports colors. And so I wanted to pull colors out from this bed. So I've got the purple, the black, the yellow, the orange, and the blue, and I wanted to kind of like add that throughout his room, and I think I did a pretty good job. I do have to admit, I moved this bookcase and add a dresser in, which was kind of silly because he has a desk. So if you guys want, you can move that bookcase back in. Oh my gosh, that made no sense. Okay, so I moved his bookcase out so I could put a dresser in, which is silly because he has a closet. But I always like to add closets and dressers. I don't know, it's just like a thing that I do. So if you guys want to move that dresser out and put the bookcase back in, the bookcase actually looks really good and the colors match perfectly. There's like an orange, it's like an orange color wood. It's got like orange on the inside, and you guys will probably see it here in a minute if you haven't already, but yeah, it looks pretty good in there. So if you guys decide that you like the bookcase better than the dresser in his room, by all means, like, go ahead and switch it out, because I kind of debated too, like, after I looked at it, I was like, should I have left the bookcase in there? Because I mean, in all reality, they're probably going to use the bookcase more than the dresser, but I just really wanted to have the dresser in there. I don't know why. anyways, I took a lot of space stuff out. I took the Baby Yoda out. I also imagine this kid likes robots as well and just science in general. And so like I used the school projects and put robots and like some toys around his room. And then here I am swapping out the bookcase for the dresser. So again, if you guys want to add the bookcase back in there, I do put a bookcase in here. It's just black. So I don't know. I think I kind of look like the bookcase more like now that I'm looking at it. So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. But yeah, anyways, I put a little lava lamp in here. I used the blue one. I should have used the purple one. Is there a purple one? I don't remember. I think the purple one would have added like a really nice like hue to it. But yeah, anyways, then I hang up some curtains, just move a few things around. And yeah, I realized that there just wasn't that much space stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it all, but I thought there would maybe be some like space decals or something to hang on the wall. But yeah, I must have missed out on that. But I do put a purple and a yellow rug down here, and I think it looks really, really good. And then just this little star-shaped clock that we actually got with bowling night, I believe. I think we did. And then moving on to the hallway here. It was kind of hard to like find stuff to put in the hallway because this hallway has, again, 2 big doors and there's just really not a lot of space. I end up putting an end table kind of in the corner over by the bathroom door. You'll see me do that in a minute, but I actually move it off screen and put a washer and dryer in there because I realized that I forgot a washer and dryer. I know a lot of people don't like to use the washer and dryer system that came with Laundry Day, and that's fine, but I'm somebody that does when I play, and I know it can be like crazy like frustrating. A few tips that I've learned from playing Laundry Day is only put if you're playing, take all of the hampers out of the bedrooms and just put like 2 hampers down in the laundry room because that's where all the dirty clothes will automatically go. I found that when I had hampers in every single bedroom, it was a pain in the butt to like go and like empty everybody's laundry hampers, and it drove me crazy when I didn't have them all emptied. So yeah, anyways, I moved that end table and put a washer and dryer there. So yeah, you guys can keep it if you want or whatever you want to do, but I wanted to add it to the game. So anyways, moving on, this is the boys' bathroom. Again, the master bathroom I did off camera, but there are pictures, so you'll see that down below. And I, again, just keeping with the theme, I wanted to do like a black and white kind of theme. And I love these windows because you can put stuff on the window seal, and it's just so much fun to like add that little bit of clutter in the bathroom. So yeah, I put some towels, and then up on the windowsill I put some like, I guess it's like maybe like bath soap or like shampoos and maybe like cologne or stuff like body spray that the boys would use, and tissues and some like some cotton balls and Q-tips and stuff like that. So yeah, I just pretty much just clutter up that little windowsill, and then I think I end up putting like blinds up here. And I actually found in the master bedroom blinds that fit a little bit better for that window. So if you guys see that in the screenshots and you want to swap them out, it's just, I wish that we had better like blinds and curtains for some of the windows. I feel like we don't really have curtains for some of the windows, and it drives me crazy, especially if it's like in a bathroom. Because I don't know, like growing up we didn't have windows in our bathroom, and so I always thought it was like weird when people did have windows in their bathroom, and like I just always like wanted to like make sure that they were covered. So like we've lived in houses with windows in our bathroom, and I just don't like it. So anyways, moving on to the outdoor area. This is one of 2 balconies, and yeah, I just put a little seating area out here and a little table out here. I hung some plants on the wall, and then I was gonna add some like hanging lights out here up against the wall, but it just didn't look right. I don't really feel like it went with kind of the modern style that I was going for, like the modern industrial type look. So I don't know. I also just, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a such thing as like a masculine like style, but I wanted this to look kind of masculine. And like I've seen other simmers like talk about this where they're like, you know, they were going for like something like more masculine, and it always ends up being like this industrial like modern vibe. And I wonder why that is. Like I wonder why we have like associated masculinity with like hard, cold, like, I don't know. I don't know why that is. I just find it interesting, but, yeah, anyways, and I know it's all just a stereotype, so please don't come at me. It's just something that I've noticed from other people, and then like I caught myself doing it myself, so I just wondered like why it was. So moving outside, I kind of struggled with the outside a little bit, and that's because it's all concrete. And so at one point I actually take a break and I got on YouTube and I was trying to look at other people who had decorated this particular lot, because this lot is literally like in the middle of like just nothing. It's just like a concrete lot, like you're like in a parking lot with shipping containers, and so there's no grass, there's really no like plants or anything. I mean, there is like kind of off to the side, but it like looks a little bit more landscaped, whereas this, like, you're literally just in the middle of nowhere. So I really kind of struggled, and I ended up using like some fake grass. I made a pool, and then around the sides I was able to put some grass down and actually make it, I feel like, make it look like it blended in nicely. I hope so. Let me know what you guys think in the end. I do extend this backyard a little bit. I was going to keep the basketball hoop, but I think that I got rid of, or did I keep? No, I think I got rid of it. But yeah, I really just struggled with the outside of this place because I don't know, there was just like this little house and then like all of this concrete, and yeah, it just, but at the same time I was like thinking, like, if you were a dad and you moved in here with 2 sons and one of them still a child, like you would want like some kind of grass or something for them to play on. I couldn't get a swing to fit, so I decided, let's just put this tree in here and let's just pretend like maybe he dug up the ground and he got rid of some of this concrete and he planted some grass, and he was actually able to get a tree and some flowers and stuff to grow. I just thought that was like really nice because it's like moving kind of in the direction that he would want to go. I also put like a water collector out here. I put 2 water collectors on this lot. One of them is the more like manual water collector, so it has less of like an industrial like footprint because I don't think it requires fuel. And then the other one does require fuel. I also put generators out here, so you know, it's something you can get rid of. It's kind of hard to like go either all eco or all industrial because some of the different objects, I don't know, like they help, but they have more of an industrial footprint. So anyways, I kind of skipped a little bit. I use these shipping containers and I just put a little dumpster out by them. I get rid of the other shipping containers because they were kind of blocking the backyard and the tree, and I was like, a tree's not going to grow very well if there's like shipping containers kind of taking all their light. So yeah, here I am just kind of working around the side. I end up putting a car out here. I get rid of that piece right there. I was able to put a little bit of grass in the living, or not in the living room, in the front yard, which I was like really pleased with. And I put a trash can and kind of like a little, I kind of like block it in with, I'm sure you guys saw in the beginning with those fences that came with Eco Lifestyle. I love using those fences now. I wish that we had like regular fences that were not a debug item that looked like that, but honestly the debug item doesn't bother me too much, so I guess I can't complain. But yeah, I end up putting like, I put 3 different colored trash cans, like there's like a recycling one and maybe just like your regular trash, and I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, but I just kind of pretended like he had like several different like trash cans there. And I put some plants out here because again, he's got some grass and maybe he was able to make some plants grow. What I did with the grass to make it look a little bit more like it fit in with the environment is I added quite a lot of like dirt patches, so it kind of looks like it's growing in, but you know, it's definitely not the perfect yard. You know, it's still got, you know, it's still reflective of an industrial environment. You know, it's not getting all of the fresh air and water that it really needs. So yeah, I feel like I was able to make it work pretty good. And then I just outlined this here. I know there was so much that I could put in, but I didn't want it to look trashy because I feel like if there was too much trash out there, he'd probably go and pick it up. But I did put some trash out by the little shipping containers just to make it, I don't know, just to make it look like it kind of blended in with the environment. But I imagine if there was too much trash, like the dad would have went out and probably picked it up and taken care of it a little bit more, but maybe he just hasn't gotten out to this space yet, or I don't know what the case is. But either way, we are coming to the end of this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I will put those other videos that I mentioned in the description box down below, so you can check those out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and yeah, if you have any other suggestions for build, please let me know that as well. And with all that being said, I will see you guys later. Bye.